Hello, welcome to Sideways. Could you hear that woodpecker? Lovely to hear one of those in the morning. I mean, obviously you can't see it, but take it from me, it's a wonderful sight. Anyway, I think I said in last time's introduction that it was incredibly muddy, but if I was to compare it with the ground this morning, well, it's a wonder I'm still upright. And I was out last night, so I feel as if my circadian rhythms are all out of kilter. So it's nice to get out in the early morning with the dogs, traipsing around, getting myself back into some sort of equilibrium, which is kind of what we're talking about this week, along with buying big bags of flour and a new definition of a Dutch oven that I hadn't heard before, that Martin tells me about. And for the first time, I think, ever, in goodness knows how many episodes, we both have the same item on our gratitude list. So I'm just going to stop Daisy running off into the bushes and rolling in something. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoy it. I think this is one of my favourite episodes. Body clock.
Good morning.
Good morning. You were a minute early. Were you trying to catch me out?
Oh no, I was just checking to see if your body clock was in working order, whether your normal routine is in place.
Well, of all people,
yeah,
I want to know the answer to that one.
I do, and that's when I was putting the notes together for this week's episode on body clock. I thought, well, Graham's going to do some heavy lifting in this one because he knows all about it because he has such a strict routine.
I did some heavy lifting this morning. I had to lift two 16-kilo bags of flour around.
No one needs bags that size of flour, surely.
Oh, I've got a 25-kilo bag of rye flour.
Wow.
If you're interested.
I'm not, but it's almost... I can understand if you're running a cafe or something, or a bakery.
Well, you can only buy them... you can only get a 1-kilo bag or a 25-kilo bag, and obviously 1 kilo's not enough.
There's nothing...
I had to get into 25 kilos.
So nothing in between 1 and 25?
Not from this particular supplier, no. And it's a flour I have a fondness.
Right, okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a favourite flour, but obviously you obviously have.
Well, they've all got different protein contents, you see, so it comes out differently in your bread.
Oh, does it? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've learned something this morning.
Perhaps we could do an episode on bread sometime.
You can lead that one. I'll be happy to sit back and just say, yeah, I eat it sometimes.
We can call it Heavy Breadhead, couldn't we?
We could, and that's right in your domain, isn't it? Really, not being a heavy breadhead, but
Well, bread is, yeah. I suppose. I don't think I'm a heavy breadhead.
No. Which refers to one's fiscal policy, really, doesn't it?
Exactly. Talking of heads, you look, because if you might have had a trim there.
I've had a bit of a snip yesterday at the barber's. Yes, thank you.
I bumped into you, didn't I?
You did, just as I was on my way back from the barber's. Yeah.
Yeah, you said you'd been into town for a haircut.
Yeah.
I resisted the temptation to say it seems a bit of a waste of time.
Well, it does seem a bit of a waste of time because I'm in and out there very quickly.
I don't know why you don't do it yourself with a give yourself a buzz cut.
I could do that, but I've seen people try that before, leave patches and stuff. So I thought, no, I want to keep the local barbers thriving.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of almost like a local service you're providing.
I'm supporting the local economy. Yeah, absolutely.
Well done, you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, should we get on to our to the body clock? I wanted to talk.
Yeah, go on then, if you want. Yeah.
The reason it came up really because it's one of the biggest bugbears of people in early recovery.
Yeah. Right. What is?
A broken sleeping pattern that can go on for weeks. and sometimes months before it settles down. And we often talk about it in groups. It's one of the biggest joys when that finally comes back in, because during addiction, you're just sort of, it's a sort of drug-induced sleep. It's not real sleep. You're sort of comatose. So you're drifting between using and collapsing, basically.
Well, you might, perhaps you're going to come on to talk about this, but I know there's a lot of research that shows that one of the problems with alcohol and sleep is that you never really achieve deep sleep.
No, you don't.
So you're never getting restorative sleep, which kind of means that all of the things that you're doing to your body with alcohol are being worsened by your lack of sleep.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, and it is a problem. So getting that back into some sort of order is a joy. But before we start, though, a couple of things that caught my eye this week. One was that there's a company in the USA that have bought out a chicken noodle soup flavoured cough drop. Now, can you think of something more disgusting?
No, I mean, surely when you have a cough drop, the thing you want is that sort of mentholy thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't the whole idea that you suck a cough drop and that whatever the taste is, it sort of releases some sort of vapours and fumes that help to clear your passages? I can't imagine chicken noodle soup doing that.
No, and I think it's perhaps it's not really a cough drop after all, because when you the ingredients don't suggest that it helps with a cough.
Right.
It's just like it's just like a soup sweet, basically.
But basically, just suck a stock cube.
It's not like a fisherman's friend, is it? It's not that can be used during those moments when you need to mentholate to the mouth.
Yeah, I can remember actually in a meeting once, a colleague of mine, when I was in the corporate world, was asked a question by whoever was running the meeting, and she took longer than one might expect to answer the question, and her explanation for the lengthy pause was, "I'm sorry, I'm sucking a fisherman's friend." Of course, everybody fell about laughing.
Well, quite, yeah.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's innuendo-based humour, which it not only does it help you cough, it lightens the mood of everyone around you.
Yeah, so it makes you feel better.
Exactly, yeah. They did that well. The second little story is my eldest daughter sent me the link to this, because there was a woman in court for sending videos of her guffing to her boyfriend's ex.
I saw this.
Yeah, so she was charged with cyber farting, which I thought
is that a thing?
Well, it is now. I think which is probably one of the first cases.
Right. So I saw that report. I didn't read it. So what did she do? She filmed herself passing wind.
Yeah.
And sent the videos to her ex.
To her boyfriend's ex.
Oh, to her boyfriend. Oh.
To her boyfriend's ex. So she didn't like
her boyfriend's ex. So I see.
Yeah, so she didn't like the other girl, the ex that was still perhaps in the equation a bit too much.
Right. So she thought perhaps her farts might put her in her place.
Yeah, so she cyber farted her and she wound up in court.
Have you ever cyber farted someone?
I've never cyber farted, but I mean, as a kid, I mean, me and my two brothers used to love that.
Is cyber farting something you might plan to do in the future?
It's not, no. I don't think it lacks the aroma which sometimes induces the fear around it all.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it would be unpleasant being cyber farted, but as you say, most of the jeopardy is removed, isn't it? If it's a video of someone farting.
Yeah, I suppose.
How would you react if you kept getting videos of farts from your ex's new partner?
I'll just block them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd bother to go to court really, but apparently there was trauma induced by this. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if she had therapy.
Well, I don't. It didn't really concentrate on the victim, on the.
Well, it should have done. That's the problem, isn't it?
It is. The only thing that I mentioned the victim really, that the girl that was up in court ended up having to pay. She was found guilty, obviously. She banged her rights on that. £100 she had to pay to the victim.
Yeah.
For the trauma.
For her farting.
For the trauma induced. £199 court costs.
Yeah.
Now she was also she because a lot of this was done while she was drunk. Okay,
Big
so
surprise.
she was banned from taking any alcohol for 2 months. So I suspect she had one of those alcohol tags on for a couple of months. She had a 2-year restraining order, which which is fair enough, I suppose. And then 15 rehab sessions, it said, and it didn't go into what the rehab sessions.
What?
Yeah,
15 rehab sessions.
yeah. I don't know how to deal. It didn't go into what she was being rehabilitated towards.
But you can't. Surely there's no rehab that exists for cyber farting, is there?
We've never had one in ours.
There must be more to this. She sounds like she's got an alcohol dependence.
There's something else going on, isn't there? Yeah, well, that's the message I got. But I think the headline about the videos, I think that took the bulk of the article. Really, that's where the concentration was.
I mean, the sort of hidden dimension to this is if you were her new partner, wouldn't you? You'd be questioning your decision there, wouldn't you? You know, you've got a partner who keeps sending videos of farts to your ex. I mean,
yeah.
Wouldn't you try and put a cork in it, as it were?
You put a question mark against her, her process.
Well, I think you'd have to put a question mark against your own judgment.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Yeah.
I've left that partner, now I've ended up with someone who cyber farts.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about out the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah, well, it's perhaps she had a lot of other good stuff going on. That's just a minor flaw in her personality. We don't know. We do need to know more about this, really. So if anyone can bring us up to speed on any further details, I think we'd be grateful, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would. Yeah. It would be good to hear some mitigation for the cyber farting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to, first of all, regarding the subject matter, I just wanted to talk about the circadian rhythms. Yeah.
Very brief. I didn't want to go into it into too much depth, but the circadian rhythms are the cycles that basically tell the body when to sleep and to wake and to eat. And this internal clock is influenced by external cues like sunlight and temperature, which help determine whether you feel energized or exhausted at different times of the day.
And we all have different ones.
We do all have different ones, and it's the only bit of technical term. The only bit of I can't say this.
What terminology? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, technical terminology, I was trying to say, yeah. But I sort of got.
You just did. You just
got
did.
a bit I got tongue-tied in trying to get that one out the first time round.
You need a good cyber farting.
Perhaps that'd sort it out, wouldn't it? Get my rhythms in line. Get my chakras aligned. So the circadian rhythms. So we've got this master clock effectively, which governs them, and it's a group of neurons called the suprachiasmatic nucleus.
Oh,
so yes, it's tough to say, which is why
it's tough to say.
I've only put a few of those words in here, and that's located in a region of the brain called the hypothalamus.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say that too many times either, so I just wanted to get that one out of the way. And this master clock, it translates the cues from the environment into directives for the body. So, for example, like the eyes detect darkness and pass that signal to the suprachiasmatic nucleus. See,
that's the second time. That's twice. You've done well there.
It is, and that's about it. And which then stimulates the production of melatonin, the hormone that causes sleepiness. So I've got the technical bit out of the way now, and I struggled through that.
I'm glad we're past that.
So am I.
It's a relief.
I just wanted to get that one out of the way to show that I had done a bit of research, and it wasn't just speaking off the top of my head. So why do we reckon it's important?
Well, because you die without sleep, don't you?
The rhythms really I'm talking about.
Oh.
Because the actual rhythms, they've been critical throughout evolution, apparently, which allow animals to prepare for upcoming changes to the environment. But today the research generally is around the harm that gets caused if it's disrupted. Because it can cause, sleeping disorders, and apparently obesity and diabetes, depression, bipolar, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And that's not to mention just basic concentration and staying productive during the day. So there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, has a lot of very negative impacts.
It does. And what happens when it gets out of kilter? Do you know people at work do shift work? Because I do.
I don't really know anyone who does shift work,
Yeah.
no, but I know that it plays havoc with your circadian rhythms.
It does. It does. And again, those disruptions to going to work and then trying to sleep during the day, they do lead to difficulty sleeping.
Oh, actually, I do know. I do, because Tom's partner, Lena, she works shifts as a doctor.
Oh, right, okay.
And I guess it's the sort of thing that if you do it for longer, you probably get used to it. But whether your body physically gets used to it or not, I suspect perhaps not.
I think it gets used to it if you're constantly on nights. It's the switching, isn't it? Between those, so the rhythms then never settle down.
Can't get into a proper pattern.
They can't, and so you get all these you get the problems cropping up, which I know amongst junior doctors and doctors, it can be a real toughie, can't it?
Yeah.
And I know certainly where I work, there's we're open 24/7, so there's people that do nights. And I've done a night on one occasion just to get the experience of it, and that was quite tough. Just getting back to working during the day.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. The very idea of staying up at night.
Yeah, it was an interesting dynamic.
I don't mind getting up for a wee in the night. I'm all right with that.
That's a necessity, isn't it? Really?
Well, certainly if you had a cup of tea at bedtime.
Yeah, well, quite. Yeah, which is when we look at it. We're going to come on to getting better sleep.
Oh, excellent.
One of the things you've got to avoid, really, isn't it? That sort of thing.
Well, you can have a chamomile tea.
Yeah, well, yes, again, but it's the fluid at that point, isn't it? Which is
worse for some than others.
Yeah,
men of a certain age might have difficulty getting through the night without a wee.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to age as well in a moment.
Oh, crikey! You're covering all the bases, aren't you?
Trying to, mate. Trying to. So, would you say because there is a morning or a night person? Which most people tend to call themselves.
Do you need to ask me this?
Not really.
I mean, that's a very easy one. I'm most definitely a morning person, and I can't really remember a time when I wasn't. I mean, obviously, there have been periods of my life where I have, stayed up late, but I'm definitely not at my best, in the evening at all.
No.
Forget it.
No. Well, you're a chronotype then.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Yes, so which refers to someone who tends to be most alert during the day.
During the morning, really.
You're a morning lark, can't you, rather than a night owl, I'd say.
Most definitely, yeah.
and they've done research on chronotypes. People are most alert during the day, but they also found that people there could be other types of. They call them a napper chronotype or an afternoon chronotype. When alertness peaks during the afternoon. Do you ever have a nap during the day? Do you ever?
Yeah,
I do.
Done that? Yeah, I absolutely do. And in fact, a nap often features in my day, but it has to be a very, very short one.
Yeah.
So, and I know, some people think that can't help. Or, in fact, my kids say to me, I don't know how you can fall asleep so quickly but I can. 15 minutes will do me.
You feel energised, don't you?
Yeah, I really feel much better after that. So if I've taken the dogs out and then I come home, have a cup of tea, 15 minutes, and then I'm okay again.
Yeah.
Until about tea time, and then that's it for me. It's like someone's taken my batteries out.
Well, I think most people find that those naps are quite useful. Certainly when you get to a certain age, but apparently if it goes on for longer than 30 minutes, then it starts to disrupt your sleep in the evening. So
that's the problem. And I think that's the thing. People think, oh no, I need to have longer, but actually it's the worst thing you can do, have longer.
Yeah.
So if you are a napper, or if you want a nap, you need to set an alarm.
Yeah.
Or, I read somewhere someone's idea for napping was they would fall asleep holding their keys. And when they dropped their keys, it was time to wake up. It was like, they'd gone so deep into their sleep that it was time to come back again. Because that's the problem, if you spend too long asleep. Because I think, perhaps you're going to talk about this, but I think our sleep goes on kind of 90-minute cycles.
No, I'm not going to go on to that. So
if you have too long a nap, I mean, if you've got the space in your day to have a long nap or a sleep, that's the problem, because then you've gone into a proper sleep cycle and you wake up all groggy, and we've all done it, haven't we? We've kind of fallen asleep because, I don't know, you didn't have enough sleep the night before or something.
Yeah.
And you just feel dreadful.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of naps, actually.
It is, and apparently, and I've noticed this myself. If I've had a nap and it's gone on too long, you wake up and you're hungry again, like it's breakfast time. And
that's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, and so because your clock's all over the show at that point.
Yeah, you need to get yourself a Marmite rice cake down, don't you? PDQ.
Oh, if that is your chosen choice of breakfast.
Well, I just happen to have some kicking around, and I love a Marmite rice cake. So,
I'm sure they do the job. They don't sound great to me, but anyway, that's by the by. So, yes. So you touched on it just a second ago. Age, circadian rhythm change with age. Older adults tend to have more trouble sleeping. I don't. You have trouble there, do you? Including falling asleep, staying asleep, and then remaining alert during the day. So as you get older, apparently you do have more trouble sleeping. I certainly haven't.
Well, I mean, I suppose that might come. I don't know how you can tell me how you are around this, but so far, touch wood, I'd say sleep is one of the things I'm best at in life.
Yeah,
it's one of my real skills.
Yeah, I don't have problems going to sleep or staying asleep, and I think if you've got worries on your mind, I think that's the thing that that can upset that.
Yeah.
But if you're in a reasonably stable state of mind, going to sleep and having a good night's sleep has never been a problem with me either.
Yeah. I very much look forward to sleep.
Yeah. And, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, you might be coming on to talk about this, but this one of the things that perpetuates insomnia is that people start to view bed with fear. So if you've gone through a period of time where you're not able to sleep, then you start thinking about bed as somewhere that creates anxiety. And of course, if you feel anxious about going to bed, then that anxiety will release adrenaline, which will stop you sleeping. So it all goes round in a self-perpetuating, miserable cycle.
And that's why people in recovery or early recovery do find that a problem.
Yeah.
Because you do. It does start to become a fear that you're going to go to sleep and then toss and turn all night and not being able to. You're going to wake up, certainly in the rehab, waking up and getting ready for, the start of the day and the group sessions. So it can cause anxiety, that's for sure.
Yeah, it can crop up in all sorts of different ways in people with emotional difficulties. So, for example, some people who are depressed or anxious or both sometimes want to put off the beginning of a new day. I know it kind of sounds slightly mad.
No.
But they don't want tomorrow to come, and their way of preventing tomorrow coming is staying up ridiculously late the night before. They'll kind of fall asleep on the sofa until 2:00 in the morning because they're trying to put off the inevitability of tomorrow. I mean, maybe that happens with people in addiction. I can imagine that it might do.
It does, yes. Certainly from my own personal experience. It's difficult to, when you are really in the bed, you just don't know whether it's day or night anyway, particularly, or don't really care.
Yeah.
As long as you've got your drug of choice to hand, nothing else really matters. So you do get, which is why if you've been doing that for a prolonged period over many years, getting a sleep pattern back, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an instant fix.
No.
But apparently as you get older, the area in the brain that's responsible for the circadian clock, it shows weaker electrical activity. So you send muffled messages to the rest of the body.
Oh, like sort of Chinese whispers?
That sort of thing, yeah.
Send 3 and 4pence, we're going to a dance.
Exactly.
All that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is, the rest of the body doesn't react quite as quickly because the signal's a bit weaker. It's a bit like your phone when you wander out into an area where there's no antennas about. Yeah.
Well, that's a bit of a miserable thought.
It is, but I think it's quite. It's not guaranteed that happens, but generally speaking, that's what as your body.
Perhaps a bit of cyber farting would put that right.
I think it'd sharpen the mind a bit, wouldn't it? Especially you get hauled up in court for sending videos of it. Yeah. So just to help to get better sleep, then getting this circadian rhythm in some sort of order. Because apparently you can set it earlier or later, but it takes time. But you've got to keep a routine, which you do quite well, don't you?
I do. I mean,
so do you wake up, because the next point was waking up and going to sleep at the same time each night?
Yes. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I know I'm very boring in this respect, but I absolutely I think we've spoken about this before. I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, 365 days a year, and I wouldn't say I go to bed at exactly the same time every night, but I probably go to sleep at pretty much the same time. I'm always asleep by 10, and quite often before.
Right. Okay. And
so I'm getting a minimum of 8 hours sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And you wake up without an alarm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you wake up at 6 anyway. So if you've got an appointment, then do you not worry and put an alarm on in case you oversleep or anything? Or?
Yeah, I probably would do that. I mean, it's been a while since that's happened, because not much is going on in terms of appointments that requires you to get up at 6.
No, quite. No.
You know, unless you've got a new job as a milkman. But yes, I would. If I had a flight, for example, that would ruin my sleep.
Yeah.
So something like that does affect my sleep. But generally speaking, that sort of rhythm, that routine is pretty solid. And I'm very grateful for it, actually.
Yeah, and having that routine, I think, is vital, isn't it? It is vital to get the sleep pattern right, because you can train your body to get it into that routine. Yeah,
I mean, I think certainly all the most recent research points toward sleep as being a foundation of good mental and physical health.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I'll probably drop dead next month or something, but that notwithstanding, I think there is increasing research that's showing that sleep good sleep has a positive impact on you in so many different ways.
Yeah, it does. But when you do get up, and it is exposing yourself to sunlight and to darkness at the appropriate times, that supports this melatonin production. So and avoiding screens, that seems to come up a lot. And any bit of research I was reading, avoiding screens in the evening is vital, because it obviously can upset the way your receptors are dealing with light and dark.
Yeah, the thing I've never really understood about this, and I probably haven't read the research enough, but I'm unclear about whether this advice about screens is because it disturbs your sleep, so it stops you sleeping properly, disturbs the quality of your sleep, or is very kind of person specific. Because I mean, mostly if I go to bed early, I'll read and then I'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's not unusual for me to watch something on my iPad. I might watch the football or something.
Yeah.
So I am using a screen there, but certainly never consciously seems to affect my sleep. But maybe it's affecting me in ways I don't understand, or maybe I'm just a person that doesn't really affect. I'm not really sure. Do you know?
No, I don't, because they talk about if you are looking at the screens, to have it on to take the brightness down on the screen. Because again, that can give false messages to the
If you take the brightness down on the football, you can't see the pitch.
Can't see it at all, can you? Especially if you're watching it on your phone where the ball is tiny.
Yeah, I don't watch it on my phone because I think that would hurt. That would strain my eyes.
Yeah. No,
I would never have a television in my bedroom, for example. That's a no for me.
Yeah, no, I did have one, and then it went wrong, and I just didn't replace it. So and I felt better for it.
Yeah.
I must admit. It wasn't something that I needed to have in the bedroom particularly.
No, looking forward to reading my book or a book.
Yeah,
is a joy for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the things that makes me feel warmly about going to bed.
And it takes away that what you talked about earlier on about anxiety and fear. You're never going to have that, are you? If you've got something.
No. I mean, if you said to me now I could go to bed, I'd think, yeah, excellent. I mean, I can, I suppose, but. Be a bit of a waste.
It would upset your rhythm then, wouldn't it? Your circadian rhythm would.
Well, actually, I probably wouldn't want to go to bed now, because one of the other things conversely, as happy as I am to go to bed within my kind of routine, the thought of having a lie-in, which a lot of people feel is a luxury, is abhorrent to me. No, I do not want to be. The idea of for some reason, waking up and realising it's 9 o'clock, I don't think I'd shake that all day. That would really, really fuck up my day.
Would you think you're wasting the day then?
Yeah. I absolutely would. One of the things I like about an early start is it feels as if I've got a bit of the day that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know obviously that's not true, but it. And I suppose that's what you're talking about, isn't it? When you're talking about circadian rhythms, it's about the extent to which you can maximise what your body feels most appropriate. Feels is most appropriate for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But it is getting that routine, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, I know I'm slightly biased in this respect because I love routine, and I know that's not the case for a lot of people. But I think routine around sleep is something that's pretty important.
It's vital in recovery, that's for sure. Getting that back is a vital part of the process. Because I've come across people which they have. They get diagnosed with like a delayed sleep phase disorder.
Oh.
And I've known people that have gone on to have like bright light therapy and this sort of thing, which is I have no experience of that and don't know how it works particularly, or chronotherapy they call it as well. There are other therapies to try and help with this. But certainly if you have a diagnosed disorder, it must be quite. That would create its own anxiety.
That was exactly what I was thinking. I mean, I'm not suggesting people shouldn't be diagnosed with sleep disorders because, of course, some people need treatment for it. But the very fact of being diagnosed must, at the very least, affect your confidence in your ability to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that stops people sleeping is, and I know this to be true from all the people I've worked with who struggle to sleep, but one of the things that stops people sleeping is that they have come to believe they are poor sleepers.
Yeah.
And I know you can't suddenly stop yourself thinking, I'm a poor sleeper, but that is so destructive.
Yeah.
If you say, you hear people say it, don't you? I'm a terrible sleeper. I've never been able to sleep. It's like, that's part of the problem. Your kind of, your belief about yourself and your inability to sleep is part of why you can't sleep.
You're sort of feeding into your own inner narrative there, aren't you? And you're supporting it by telling people that you're a bad sleeper and starting to believe it.
Yeah, and then it works the other way round, because if you feel that you're really good at sleeping, if you're slightly arrogant about your sleeping ability, then what happens is if you are lying awake one night, so if I can't go to sleep one night, or I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't get back to sleep, I'm not worried about it. It's like, this is a temporary thing because I know I'm really good at sleeping.
Yeah.
Whereas someone who feels that they're a poor sleeper will wake up in the middle of the night and their self-talk will be more likely to be, this is typical.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really knackered tomorrow. And of course, as soon as you start thinking catastrophically about your sleep, you're releasing adrenaline and you're making the whole situation worse. So, it's completely counterintuitive, but the best thing to do when you wake up in the middle of the night is to say, it doesn't matter. I'll just lie awake. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I'll be tired tomorrow, but so what? It's not going to kill me
later. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So increasing, going outside and increasing exposure to sunlight and nature. I mean, you do that every day, don't you? In the morning.
I do. I mean, this time of year, it's not always sunlight.
It's not always sunlight, but it's light, isn't it? It's not dark. Well, I suppose you can, I'll come on to that later on. It's in my gratitude list, but I think having the mornings light again is nice. I don't know how you felt taking the dog to walk in the dark.
I love that. I mean, there is a period right in the middle of winter where I'm going out in the morning and it's dark. But then when I'm coming back, it's light. And that's nice, seeing that kind of shift. But certainly now, when it's pretty much light at 7 now. And that's usually the time that I walk. Yeah. And that is an absolute joy. Yeah, fantastic.
Yes. So other healthy sleeping habits, apart from just going out and making sure, because staying in, whatever you're doing, even if you're indoors doing, running around doing, bits and pieces, chores, etc., tends to be it doesn't tire you out the same way as actually going outside and exposing yourself to the sunlight or to the light and going out into nature. And it seems to be that things like just basic stuff like keeping your bedroom cool. I always thought a warm bedroom was the right way to go, but apparently not.
Needs to be airy.
Yeah, cool and dark.
Yeah. And make sure your extremities are warm.
It didn't say that. I didn't come across that. But so what? Your fingers and your toes.
Correct. Because that will stop you sleeping. So you need to have warm feet, warm hands. You need, an airy bedroom. So you might not want to crack a window this time of year because usually if the central heating's off at night, it's chilly anyway.
Yeah.
But, whenever it's warm enough to have a little bit of fresh air in your bedroom, that's a good thing. Dark, yes, as you say. Go on.
I was just thinking about bed socks. I mean, people don't tend to be a tradition or a phase has gone out. I don't know if people have.
I think people
socks.
do. I know people who wear bed socks.
Do you?
Yeah. I think the other thing about, and this sounds like perhaps a slightly, well, I don't know what it sounds like, but people investing in their beds and their bedding is a good thing. I think we take that for granted. People think, oh, any old cheap pillow or mattress. No. You think about how much time you spend in bed in your life.
A third of your
people
life.
Don't think twice about spending money on holidays and cars and all sorts of things. Your bed and your bedding is so fundamental to your well-being. You should be lavish in your expenditure.
Investing heavily.
If you're not comfortable in bed, that's a massive miss.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That does sound right to me. It does sound. There's nothing nicer getting in when you've just changed the sheets and everything. It's a lovely feeling.
Well, I'll certainly be changing the sheets today because the dog was sick on the bed this morning.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, that's not good, mate. No, you can't. You can't let that one ride, can you? You have to change that one straight away. Another one was about inducing healthy sleep habits, avoiding caffeine from the afternoon onwards.
Yeah,
and I've known people that have coffee before bed and it doesn't affect them. But I think, generally speaking, I certainly don't have coffee in the evening.
I think what people don't understand about caffeine is caffeine has a quarter life of 12 hours.
That's a quarter life, is it?
Yeah. So you still got caffeine. If you have a coffee at 12, it's still going to be in your system. A little bit of it's still going to be in your system at midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's yes, which is going to stimulate you, isn't it? Keep you awake.
Yeah. Well, as will tea, of course, but not quite as much, I don't think.
To a lesser extent, it's got less caffeine in it, isn't it? Generally.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, it comes on to avoiding screens an hour before bedtime.
Yeah.
Which is
don't eat a big meal just before bed.
It comes on to eating food later.
Yeah.
It causes disruption in the system, which means you are still fighting to digest.
Yeah. So you shouldn't have a big meal just before bed, but neither should you go to bed hungry.
No.
So
I mentioned that, but I've done that before. Especially if you're trying to lose weight, going to bed hungry. It seems to be you wake up and you love your breakfast. You're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not very. I don't think it's very good for your sleep to go to bed hungry. It's not good to do strenuous exercise before bed, so don't play five-a-side 5 minutes before bed. But it is quite good to do something like yoga or stretching or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. And the anxiety part, which you touched on earlier on, a way of reducing that is concentrate on your weekly sleep rather than your nightly sleep. So if you do have a bad night, that's okay. That can be caught up later.
One of the ways you can help your feelings of anxiety if you are someone who struggles with anxiety is keep a little notebook, and not just before bed, but like a couple of hours before bed, make a few notes in your notebook about the things that you're worried about. I don't know, things that have happened today or things that you're worrying about coming up tomorrow, and then shut the book. And the benefit of that is when you go to bed and those thoughts come back, you can say to yourself, I'm already worried about that. I worried about that a couple of hours ago. And so whilst it won't stop you necessarily thinking about those things that make you feel a bit anxious, you will have taken some of the sting from them, which might be part of the reason that they stop you sleeping so well.
Yeah. It is another point which came up, which we did an episode actually called the snooze button at one time.
Did we?
We did, yeah. Which was which was it was metaphoric really. We're just talking about putting your life on hold with
I remember
with drink and drugs. But
Yeah.
the snooze button. What do you think about that? Snooze
Terrible.
Your alarm.
terrible. Yeah, I'm sure there's some sort of empirical study that sets out the folly of pressing the snooze button, but
Yeah, a lot of people use it, but it starts a new, and they tend to be for some reason about 9 minutes. The snooze button does, isn't it? Not 10
Right.
minutes. They tend to be 9 minutes, but you start to begin a whole new sleep cycle again. Then, and again, it can really upset your rhythm. So don't do it. I mean, I've done it in the past because I found I quite liked because it induced dreams. You're going back to REM, and I liked that.
yeah.
But I thought that was sort of addictive behaviour, really. Just keep wanting to go through these dreamy patterns. So I knocked that on the head.
No, I'm not a fan of the snooze button at all.
No, I'm not.
I think it's a disgrace.
A lot of people use it. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
because for a lot of people they think, oh, that's it's psychological, isn't it? Because you feel like you're stealing a little bit of extra sleep.
yeah,
But actually, what you're really doing is robbing energy from yourself. So if
Yeah.
you set your alarm, I don't know, for 7, and then you're routinely snoozing until 7:30, just set it for 7:30.
yeah,
Because when you think about it, you're still getting that extra sleep that you
Yeah.
want, but you're
Yeah,
just you're loading it into your normal sleep rather
Yeah.
than constantly waking yourself up slowly and making yourself feel woozy before you start the day.
yeah.
You idiot.
I mean, some people can jump straight out of bed and are full of the joys of spring, and others take a while to. You often hear people say, "Oh, I've got to have a cup of coffee, have a fag first before I feel real."
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay, isn't it? I mean, perhaps those are people who are better at kind of thriving in the evening. I know not everybody loves getting up, but I think once you accept that you have got to, then you're probably better off getting up in a way that is best for your body.
Yeah, and exactly. And so moving on from sleep to the next stage, really, just recommending to go outside, which we've already talked about, within 2 hours of waking up to expose yourself to natural light. That is helps you to enjoy. I don't know if standing by a window would do it, but I think going out in the elements is probably what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess I don't know what that would be like not to do that now. And I know not everybody, if you haven't got a dog, you're probably not going to get out for a walk immediately, but it certainly has a big impact on me. Whatever the weather. I mean, this morning it was grim. It was really raining, but it's nice being out in the elements. If for no other reason, because it's nice coming back into the warm.
Well, I think that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is in that case, because I can't think of anything worse than going out when it's cold and wet and windy and rainy. I'd hate it. But if you've got a dog, then you've got a certain impetus to do it, haven't you? Motivation to do it.
But there's still, there are still nice things, nice aspects of going out, even in that weather. You can hear the birds singing and it's getting lighter.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, the summer.
it's just, I just love it. Yeah.
In the summer, I love it. I'm much better in the summer, as we've discussed before. I hate it during this time of year. I can feel my mood worsen all the time. So when the sun comes out and it can get up early in the morning and go for a walk, lovely. No
Well,
problem
I'll see
at all.
you in June then.
See, yeah, when it cheers up a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
But, the last bit, which is something which I think we've touched on before, is about when you get up to stay productive during that, or to start to get your cycle into some sort of rhythm, is to get is to have a decent breakfast or eat breakfast at the same time, which sets you off then, and it can start the cycle.
Yeah.
Which then potentially stops you eating later in the evening.
Yeah.
You're starting to fuel the body earlier on, and you can burn that off. But it will make you more alert.
Yeah.
But
I know people who don't eat breakfast, don't really like eating breakfast, but I can't be doing them with that. I feel sick if I don't eat. Yeah, I've got to have breakfast. But yeah, I mean, I suppose you can't be prescriptive about that. If people don't want to eat breakfast early on, then they don't. But it doesn't work for me, certainly.
No, I often skip it.
Do you?
Yeah. I wake up and I'm not hungry anyway. Or
stop it.
I like to have to get up and I'll get off to work and stuff. So I don't have time sometimes.
So if you Yeah, I suppose it's difficult. So you wouldn't be able. It's difficult for you to be able to compare and contrast. You wouldn't know how you would feel if you got up and had something to eat, compared with if you got up and didn't have something to eat and went to work. It'd be interesting to see what difference it made to you, if any.
Yeah. It's perhaps it's a process I should embrace.
I know if I didn't
eat
breakfast, I'd be sick in the street.
Would you actually in the street? Yeah.
Probably.
Send videos of it to your ex.
It would make me cyber fart if I didn't. I'd be sending videos to people.
Yeah, of exactly that. Of being sick in the street. That's about it, really. Unless there's any other.
I've got a little tip
pointers
for you if you do struggle to sleep.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'll just share this. I've got a feeling I've shared this before, but anyway. If you're someone, because this is quite common for people who struggle to sleep, that they find they start to wake up at the same time every night, and they look at the clock and they think, oh, it's 2:47 again, like it was last night. Well, it might sound too simplistic, but if that is you, get rid of whatever the method of checking the time is.
Right. Okay.
If it's an alarm clock, turn it away from you, or if it's your phone, put it where you can't see it, because your brain is really good at creating that habit. And if you wake up a couple of times at 2:45, it'll think, oh, great, this is when we wake up, 2:45. And it'll keep waking up at that time. And if you get rid of your means of telling the time for a week, you'll probably fix that problem. And if that is you and it does fix that problem, then you can just send me some money.
I know some people wake up and then ask Alexa what the time is.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So
yeah, well, that's fair enough. What, you mean in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Oh, crikey. For God's sake, don't do that.
Don't do that. No.
Because then Jeff Bezos knows what time you're waking up. He'll be putting ads out, won't he? According to your Amazon history.
Yeah.
You to buy.
Yeah, the algorithms are kicking and trying to sell you sleeping aids, won't they?
Exactly. Yeah. It's time to buy a new eye mask.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never tried an eye mask. Have you? I can
need
sleep.
One, thanks.
No, I don't. I can sleep. I quite like sleeping with the not with the light on, but if I have a nap during the day, there's something comforting about it being light. Don't need a mask.
Yeah. No, I don't need a mask.
So if you can take a 20-minute nap, apparently between 12 and 3, get on with it. It'll help you focus on the rest of your day. Yeah,
that's what I do. I usually have one about 2 o'clock for 15 minutes while the Archers is on.
All right. Do you go to sleep with the Archers on in the background?
Can do.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah.
Good. So that's me sort of wrapped up.
Good.
So we'll go on to the. Have you got a conundrum feature lined up?
I have. And it's regarding sleep.
Is it? So
Yeah.
that works in quite well then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anybody would think I had thought about it.
Yeah. Well, that's
So here it is. Is it okay to feel angry at your partner because of their stellar ability to sleep when you struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep? Because this happens a lot. This is not just a random. I mean, you can extend it out to partners who complain or wake their partners up because they're snoring.
Yeah.
Which I kind of get. But, fundamentally, you're either angry about or disturbing your partner's sleep because they seem to have a better ability to sleep than you do. What do you think about that?
It's rooted in jealousy, really, then, isn't it? If it's
probably jealousy and frustration, isn't it? So you probably feel frustrated if you can't sleep and your partner's lying next to you, falls asleep in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it does upset people, doesn't it? And is it okay to be angry? Probably not. I suppose
it's okay to feel frustrated, but I don't think it's okay to take that out on your partner because it's not their fault they can sleep, is it?
It isn't, but there's an increasing incidence of people actually moving bedrooms. So that one of the partners sleep in one and one is sleep in another because of that.
Yeah.
So if the snoring is keeping one partner awake, then that helps with that issue.
Yeah. I've had inquiries, quite a few over the years. Well, I say quite a few, probably a handful over the years, where someone has contacted me and said, my partner snores badly. Yeah. Can you help them? Right, and my response to them is, well, it's not them that's got the problem, is it?
No, quite.
Because if you're someone who snores and for some reason it's causing you a problem, waking you up or whatever, then fine, you've got an issue. But if you're a snorer and it's upsetting your partner, it's no good trying to work with the person who's snoring because they don't care, do they? They're just, I'm asleep. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So there's something there around the kind of need to reframe that noise, or, as you say, find a different strategy around it, like moving bedrooms or kill them.
Or kill them.
That might be another one, mightn't it?
That would
cyber farting.
Cyber fart on them.
Well, that's not cyber farting anymore, is it?
No, it isn't. No, actual farting.
Yeah, that's real time reality farting.
It is. Yeah, Dutch oven them. Get them sorted right out.
I don't even know what that is, but it's making me laugh.
What, a Dutch oven?
Well, I know what a Dutch oven is, but I don't understand what a Dutch oven is with regard to farting.
It's when you might have to cut this bit out.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
It's when you guff in bed, so you fart in bed, and then you pull the duvet up over your partner's head, and so they can only breathe in your guff and can't breathe in. So you Dutch oven your partner. It doesn't embellish a relationship, I've got to say. Yeah, you cocoon them off the duvet. Yeah.
Well, I'm pleased to say I don't think that's ever happened to me, and I don't think it's ever something I've done.
You've never Dutch ovened anyone? Oh, no. You haven't lived.
You'll be up in court if you're not careful. You'll have to go to 15 rehab sessions.
Yes, so I don't know.
You'll have to pay £199 court fees and £100 compensation to your Dutch oven victim.
Yeah, well, I don't know why the Dutch get all the.
Well, it's because a Dutch oven is like an oven within an oven, isn't it? Which is kind of what you're creating there.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of that.
You bake bread in a Dutch oven because it gives. Yeah. So we've gone full circle, haven't we?
I've never tried that.
We've gone back. I don't think you can bake bread in that kind of Dutch oven.
It'd make the bedroom too warm, wouldn't it? We would like to keep it cool. Anyway.
Right.
So,
what's next?
Just going on to gratitude list.
I've got a feeling we're going to have the same one.
Well, okay, yeah, because I touched on it earlier on.
Well, I'll let you go first and steal the thunder then.
Well, yeah, I'm grateful for not going to work in the dark. That was it.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful for walking in the light. Yeah, so it's the same thing.
Well, yeah, it's we've got past Blue Monday, haven't we? So we've got past the most miserable day of the year.
Yeah,
and things are starting to look up.
Yeah, I wait to, as I said before, I like to take the dog at 7, and so for the past month or so, it's kind of been dark still.
Yeah,
but now at 7, it's pretty much light, and it's joyous because I can see where I'm walking, which is helpful. The birds are singing. It's just lovely. I know spring isn't really on the way yet because we're not. Oh, I suppose it is. It's only a few weeks away, isn't it? But it really feels like there's a shift, and I find that very uplifting this time of year because it is usually quite wet and dark and cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's horrible driving to work when it's pitch black still along the dark country lanes I have to go. Driving in the dark isn't, as you get older, is not so much fun anyway.
Not when you've got wonky eyes like we have.
Well, quite. And if you're driving in the dark in the morning and in the dark on the way home, it's horrible. Didn't
Bruce Springsteen do a song about that?
Did he? What?
Even if you're just driving in the dark. Oh no, it was Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing in the Dark. Well, I'd prefer. I didn't like the Dancing in the Dark tracks. Would
you like Dancing in the Dark now?
Well, I don't like the track.
No, but would you actually like to do it?
Would I like to dance? No, I don't like.
I think I'd prefer to dance in the dark than in the light, to be honest.
So no one can see what's going on. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, so we both got the same gratitude list.
I think that's the first time that's happened.
It probably is.
Yeah.
So we're just going on to the best-selling singles in the UK then, if you want.
Let's do that.
If you're happy with that.
So we're separating the singles from the football questions.
Yeah, we will, because I haven't changed it slightly. But what I'm going to give you the name. I'm going to give you the group name.
Okay, yeah.
And also on the football, I'm going to give you who the losers were in the final.
Oh, okay, lovely. I like this. This is good.
Well, it was too random otherwise. So in 1983,
yes,
Culture Club had the best-selling
Karma
single.
Chameleon.
Karma Chameleon. See, it makes this a bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And in the football in 1983, Brighton were the losers.
Manchester United.
Yes.
3-2.
No.
Oh, 2-0, 1-0.
No.
3-0.
It was 4-0 after 4-0 after a replay. So,
Okay.
So I'll give you...
See, what happened there was I got a little bit ahead of myself, got a little bit cocky.
You did a little bit, yeah.
Didn't I?
Sure. Yeah.
A little bit cocksure. Anyway, yep.
In 1993, so 10 years later, Meatloaf had the best-selling single in the UK that year.
Oh, this is tricky because it certainly isn't Bat Out of Hell. Is it? Is it? I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
It is. Yeah,
Right.
exactly that. So that's another 5 points you got yourself.
I'm on fire.
You are. You haven't got any wrong so far. And in 1993, in the Cup final, Sheffield Wednesday were the losers.
Oh, I want to say Tottenham, but I'm not going to. Am I? 93, Sheffield Wednesday. Was that one of that? Was that weird? I might have made this up in my head. Wasn't an all Sheffield final, was it?
It wasn't. No.
Oh, I don't know who it was then.
It was Arsenal.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because I've got a feeling that year, I think they played Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup final and the League Cup final, didn't they? Wasn't it one of those weird...
I don't know. Is that wasn't really your lost decade, was it?
93, no, I was still alert then.
Yeah.
So
no, I don't remember that.
I do remember that.
So perhaps that was my lost decade.
Perhaps it was.
Yeah.
It was that went to a replay as well, which is a thing of the past now, isn't it? Replay?
Yeah, shame really. They were quite good fun.
Yeah, so they won 2-1, Arsenal in that one. And in 2003, so 10 years after that, the Black Eyed Peas had the best-selling song.
Oh, yeah. What's it called? I've Got a Feeling. That one. Hang on. I got a feeling. Is it that one? That tonight's going to be a good night. It's not that one. Was that Black Eyed Peas? Was that Black Eyed Peas? I don't know. What is it?
Where is the Love?
Oh, no, I would never have got that. No.
So no.
Well, I've fallen away here, haven't I?
You have sharply. And in 2003, the Cup final, the losers that year was Southampton.
Well, I'm going to go Manchester United.
No, it's Arsenal. So yes. I don't.
That was very much a game of two halves, wasn't it? That for me,
it was. Mate. You're strong in the first half. You tried to defend your lead, didn't you?
I was out of the traps. Very quick, wasn't I?
Yeah. You brought on an extra defender, didn't you, for the second part of the quiz?
It reminds me of that time I saw West Ham play Wimbledon and they were 3-0 up after 20 minutes and they lost 4-3. A bit like that.
It is exactly like that. Yeah. But overall, you did all right. I mean, West Ham didn't on that occasion, but on this occasion, it wasn't bad.
Well, I think I'm going to go and have to reflect on that a little bit because that's brought me back down to earth with a bump.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right.
You have to be in early Monday morning for training for that.
Well, that won't be a problem for me.
No, you'll be up with the lark. You're a chrono. Right. You're a chrono type.
Same to you.
Good.
Right. See you next time.
See you next time, mate. Nice one.
Laters.
Bye.
Bye. Sideways was created by Graham Landy and Martin Pankhurst. If you want to read more about our work or sort through the extensive archive of past episodes, just visit grahamlandy-wellbeing.co.uk/sideways-podcast. You can follow us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram at Sideways Podcast, and you can email us if you have a question or if there's something you'd like us to cover. But most of all, we want to tell you how grateful we are that you come and listen, and we ask that if you've enjoyed what you've heard, that you spread the word. And we'll see you next week.